Yo, can you guys hear me? Okay, that's good. Hope everyone's doing well. Let me share the screen too. 57 400 is 1 day EMA 200. Okay, I don't trade those. So for now, like I'm not saying it won't get retested. It's literally a scalp where I'd be taking like partial profits here, partial here. Then it could very well go retest your whatever EMA you are talking about. What the fuck, this market? I could feel you, man. Feeling literally the same today. I forgot to update active. Probably it would be, but yeah, let's BTC scalp filled. Also, I just remembered that I forgot to place the stop loss on my own trade. Let's do that quick too. Okay, I would say not a bad bounce so far. It worked, Lama. Yeah, I remember you sharing this. So yeah, good work if you followed it. Um, I legit longed only weak coin in the world, BTC. Where are you long from? Wow, what a bounce! Let's go. We literally got the bottom so far. Bottom is usually the bottom as long as it's the bottom. So, 61 something. Are you still in that trade? So what's your plan on it? I would say since it's like your entry is literally at the range lows that we lost, try to de-risk once we see a push closer to that, right? Like that's kind of where I'd be keeping my long. Man, Pepe doesn't give a single. Is Pepe acting really strong? I think ETH coins are. Wow. Look at the bounce on LDO. Let's go. Our positions are green, pretty green. I'd be soon running away with moving stops. I want to be aggressive on the profit taking after taking 2 Ls yesterday on a Sunday, which I still feel really bad about. Uh, I think every alt is strong right now. Where's your TP on ETH? I'm not long ETH. Uh, should we move our stops? Yes, no. Today I trade based on you people. I think we should, no? Like, let's look at very, very lower time frame. Mm, but it could still do something like this, to be honest. So yeah, let's wait. You could take partial profits, but I would at least take it at like 1 hour, at least the amount I was risking, which is like 1 hour is where, yeah, around here, 60, 59, 700. I am long alt Khan. Oh, sorry, I am long LDO. Why did I say alt? Uh, what a snipe on BTC. Let's go. Nah, even though I am long, don't be too happy on the market too early. I still think any positions you get right now, try to be aggressive on profit taking. Don't expect V-shaped recovery after such a range breakdown. Uh, how the fuck, Jeff? The point is, it's not only Pepe. Like literally, look at what LDO is doing. This is how LDO looks on the day while BTC is down like what 6k. This is what LDO is doing. So I think every ETH coin is doing this. Also, I think it's good place to be taking some partials on LDO. Retesting this trend. Let's go. Okay, now I'm back. Uh, recovered well from this Sunday shit trading I did, which feels good. Good start of the week so far on the Monday. uh, but again, man, don't be super bullish. Words me, Eli, we all could just be taken out in a single stop. But yeah, I think we are good on our positions. Rahim, why are you asking questions to me in general chat? Okay, let's get back to the stream. I took some partials on PTC and on LDO, letting remaining run risk free. Market's still pretty weird to me, to be honest. I am not a fan of range breakdowns, especially second range breakdowns. First are goods, usually fake outs. Uh, Seconds ones are where you need to be a bit cautious. So, I think this is where I'd be fully out of my longs, and I expect something like this to play out over the time. TP1, yeah, BTC had closed 30%, and on LDO2 I closed 30%. You said BTC 1 hour done, isn't it? Let me see, where did I post and took profits? It was at 59 to 40. Wow, sorry. It isn't, but yeah, never mind, I did. Still did. Yeah, I think let me remove that. It wasn't 1 hour. The reason I'm a little aggressive on taking profits right now, I still don't think. I think usually the first, uh, like I am a believer that usually in the last moves down, alts and majors do hold well, but not like the immediate longing of them being strong usually doesn't pay you that well. So I think everyone who is just getting aggressive on longing ETH and alts just because they are showing strength, they get like final shakedown, and then we bottom out. Like I'm trying to play this similar March 20 playbook that we got on ETH, where this was the range we were in, and we got this deviation below, maybe even tap this daily demand, and that's where I think alts and ETH and majors bottom for this week. Similar thing happened at the 58K bottom too. That people who initially, got aggressive on longing alts just because it was showing strength around these levels, they did get final shake off, and eventually, alts ran good. So I'm a believer that alts drawdown is very minimal from here, but on lower time frame, longing on leverage, I think you get a little bit more down. LDO is an ETH coin. Yes, it is. The only good thing on LDO is that it's ETH coin. Apart from that, it's always VC selling on you. Is over. No, it's an ordinal. It's like a BTC coin. Pitaza, I'd agree with you. Same case with ETH. I also think that's on Sol too. People are getting too aggressive buying the Sol dip. I agree that it's showing a lot of strength and whatever, but I think you get a bit more drawdown on Sol as well. Let's pull up the Sol chart. Yeah, because one thing that concerns a little to me on Sol is this, and we talked about this in the morning stream, that the two major levels on ETH on weekly, like ETH is pretty. Sorry, Sol, my bad. Sol is pretty clean on weekly time frames. And one thing that I don't like on Sol when I look at the weekly levels is uh, it losing this 135 level, right? Doesn't look that good after this bearish retest and sell back down. So I think what you kind of see on Sol is something like this, a bit more of bleed down, similar to my ETH and alts plan. Uh, Something like this. Like technically, we haven't tapped this weekly demand on Sol. I personally use candle closes as demand, not wicks. So for me, we did front run this weekly demand on Sol. So in in the war capitulation wick that we had, so I think my kind of plan, along with BTC and majors chopping for a while, is something like this. Eventually bottoming out around like 114 ish something. If not, I think I'm more happy waiting for this 135 flip because it just lost and it kind of also had the lowest weekly close since like the last April bottom you had, March April bottom you had in Sol. So these are not the structures, weekly structures that I'd like to be aggressive on. For me, if I'm wrong, maybe this is the bottom. Maybe we keep on making these higher lows on the wicks. But if that's the case, I think I'd rather buy or long above 135 or else wait for a move down into like $100, $110 something. Where would you buy ETH? I did share my ETH plan. This is where I buy ETH, even though it looks like a mess. Let me clear it up. One thing I realized that all the bugs that I face on TradingView, like for example, now my object tree isn't loading up to remove all this. Yeah, now it did. All this is like Mac related because I got a PC for my office setup, and there the TradingView works perfectly on everything. So yeah, this is what I am waiting for on ETH too. Similar to this, a bit more bleed and deviation like into 3170, 3180. And also we still have like a week into the approval, right? Approval is like early July. So maybe a bit more bleed into like 3180 something. That's where and I'm talking about leverage long. If you're someone who don't care about 4 5%, 10% moves down, then yeah, you can buy a bit of spot right here too. Wow, what a snipe on BTC. Give us 61 ish, and that's where I close BTC and LDU fully, and then just be patient for like Tuesday. I think Tuesday you get some extension of the sell off after this relief. Low time frame, we are very close to a relief, I believe, and we are kind of already getting decent bounces across market. But overall, I think you get a bit more sell off on Tuesday. Hmm. Woo, are you people still believing in coins like Woo, INJ, SEI, TIA? Like, wow. So I think someone asked about Woo, and he was like underwater big few days back, and yeah, I think we were trading around here, and the thing we talked about is the least you would want to do is wait for these bear market range highs flip, and it's still bleeding down since then. It has taken out major liquidity from here. So probably along with BTC and ETH bounces, you get something like this. But overall, it doesn't look that good. Yeah, so if you're talking about longing, maybe after such sweeps, like these were like four equal lows that never got taken out. Now they did. So yeah, I think it's good for a small relief, but on higher time frame it looks shit. Wow, LD and BTC, LDO and BTC, sorry, both going decent. Good day. Earlier today with the MTL 10% and now with BTC and LDO. I think I would only flip bull if this breaks to the upside. What breaks to the upside? Yeah, good read after alts often hold up well during BTC initial drop due to strength of however they tend to. Yeah, that's exactly my plan. 59,600 previous range lows. Um, I don't have that level specifically. I most of the time when I want to look at high time frame ranges and levels, I just look at the weekly charts, right? And for me, this was the weekly range lows. This is which is like 61 300 ish. Uh, then you have another around 60K this weekly level, which is kind of a psychological level too, right? The 60 whole number. But overall, I think to be actually like calling out local bottom or something, you do need to flip above here, above 61.3, and that's where my long TP is. How's your VIF position? The spot position I closed this morning around entry, even though it's trading pretty strong. And I'd be looking to, I still think it bottoms around here if it has to, or else it's just tires, to be honest, like a rug pull or something. But I think I'll wait for my ETH and alts plan overall. Like by Tuesday end, I'll be looking for some alts buys, not now. ETH 5, good mention. Usually a good ETH beta. Let's see. I think the strongest right now would be what? LDO. And wow, LDO, let's go. LDO Pepe maybe? Is that strong too? Yeah, not that much. Who was getting so excited over Pepe on the stream? Popcat, true. Popcat. Uh, to be honest, one thing that I bet I don't know what happened, and later I found out the reason. So this is where I was looking to call out Popcat long for the group. This is where my long, setup was. Then I just got a call, and it was just slow, like consolidating after this lower time frame sell off, right? And then out of nowhere, I saw like a strong candle going up, and I was like, okay, I missed the entry. And later I found out that Impulse longed Popcat right when I wanted to, and that made me miss the entry. So we blame the grape man for we missing the play. Mog is doing good too. Yeah, we talked about Mog in today's morning stream. Sad that I wasn't able to take it. Yeah, it's going insane. Also, we talked about this in this morning stream that lately these newer lower cap memes are performing way better than your typical higher cap ones. Like for example, if you feel like you want to long Pepe, just long Mog, more upside potential, lower cap, high volatility and stuff. So probably a lower risk than what you would on Pepe, but overall, like, and on the other hand, if you want to like long, for example, Whiff, just long Popcat. So Popcat is a much better beta to Sol meme play, and Mog is a much better beta play to ETH meme play than Pepe and Viv themselves. Khan, I think we don't need to keep on repeating the same questions, right? I said that I'm waiting a little till Tuesday end, and that's where I'm looking to get some ETH and alts exposure. Do you think we can still go down, or do you think we are gonna tag 61K first? Again, you are not in the market to be predicting things, right? That's the reason I moved my stops. If we go back down, I won't be bidding again, because the reason I bidded this 68,500, uh, 68,550, sorry, was this demand cluster, right? This bottom demand cluster that we had from our previous lows. That was my bid that got filled, and it should pretty much be the bottom for now. If we start bleeding back down, that's where these low sweep come into play, and maybe even I don't doubt we hold after the low sweep. So for now, I think if we have to see a 61K push, these lows shouldn't be revisited for now. Mog, I think you could get something like this. Right now seems too aggressive to enter, to be honest. Uh, I think you could get something like this on Mog. Yeah, anything around 1.06 would be a good position. This mid range. I'm actively looking for some pop cart and Mog exposure, because to be honest, uh, by Tuesday and yeah, I do it because I think these are the two. These two also recently got their Bybit spot listings, and also another alpha on playing them is usually Mog kind of initiates the run on these lower cap meme coins. So for example, when you saw Mog doing this, like Mog was already up 20, I think 25% from the lows, and Popcat was pretty much still around the lows. So usually it's like Popcat catching up eventually with Mog. That was like one of my confidence when we longed Popcat, I think 2 days ago here. Mog was already up good on the day, and that's where we longed Popcat and got like the 15% move. So yeah, usually they two are like they both of them got their Bybit spot listing, seem to be very correlated. And yeah, these are the two memes I want to get some exposure soon. LDO looks insane. We don't make the stream too boring, especially when the market is not too boring. You taking full TP at, yeah, 61 is where I'm TPing my longs fully. NPC? What's that? I think someone asked about this coin few days back on the stream, yeah. It's a meme coin if I'm not wrong, right? Yeah. Which chain is it on? ETH? Then why isn't it going up with ETH and while other ETH coins are looking that strong? Yeah. I don't like I can't even comment on something that has this less of a PA and probably is like really low cap. Uh have no idea what to say about it. Shilling this? If some big accounts are shilling it and it's still doing this, I don't know. Won't comment much. Let's go. Yeah, I think similar to 61, this is what I am looking on. I think I might be even looking for some scalp shots early Tuesday. Like something like this on Sol. Similar to BTC. Something like this. You, Jack, how you doing? To be honest, Popcat might send here. It's insane how these both trade very similar, like Mog and Popcat. And the thing that's more interesting is like how, like, for example, let me show what I'm talking about. So, so this was the bottom accumulation on Mog. This is the bottom accumulation on Popcat. Uh, this was kind of the accumulation breakout you got on Mog before it started running right over here, with 0.947 being the accumulation highs. And now you are kind of getting very similar on Popcat. So if it literally mimics Mog, I think it could run after a bit of consolidation here. Let's see. Are you in Popcat? No, I'm not. Kind of missed a good play today on Popcat. Are you in Ondo? No, I'm not. I'm only in BTC and LDO. I got whiff at 1.48. Should I TP or let it play and hoping it's bottom for whiff? It's a leverage 7x play. First of all, leverage doesn't matter. Um, you could be in 50x and still have a lower risk of position size stuff. The only thing matters is first of all your risks. Secondly, what your plan is behind if, for example, if it was just an intraday long, um, then probably you have gotten a good move to be booking profits. But if you bought it for a potential bottom, which I think if WIF has to bottom, it should pretty much be here. That's the reason I started buying spot yesterday and would probably get back to that plan once again, like to buy tomorrow. But on the other hand, yes, if you were intraday long, then it is a very good place to be taking profits because I think you could expect something like this going into Tuesday. So depends on what your plan is. If you want to swing, if your plan was to swing and hold for much higher, then probably when you zoom out, it's a nothing bounce, right? If you expect it to bottom here and if you expect to swing, the least you should be expecting a run into these previous range lows, right? So, which would be like a 20-30% at least mean reversion eventually in coming days. But if you are in some intraday long, then yeah, good place to be taking some profits out. Please post your trades the usual way using trades in active spot. What do you mean? I do post like all the intraday trades that I gave today were in trade section, weren't they? MTL, LDO, BTC long. I mean the upcoming ones. Like, what makes you think I won't? Obviously, any trade I take would be given in the trade section. What else is looking good on the day? Yeah, LDO is leading. I think there was another coin that looked interesting, which was Unfi Unify. Yeah, this coin looks good to be honest. Yeah, I think this might run. Let's look at the flow. Hmm. Because you didn't do that for Sol, Ondo, BNB, and ETH. You're talking about the last week plan? Yeah, I'll do because most of the spot trades I'd be like, for example, if I buy anything on spot tomorrow, it would just be a short-term spot trade, not something I'd be holding for midterm or something. Ondo been insane. Why is everyone talking about Ondo? Yeah, now I get it. I think the strongest ETH betas right now would be one Mog, Ondo, and LU. The reason I say Ondo as a ETH beta, even though it's RWA, is because the reason ETH and ETH betas are showing such strength is because of the ETF narrative, right? And there is no better coin to be bidding if you're bullish on ETF than Ondo itself, since the only narrative it has is the funds getting involved in tokenization and ETFs. So, yeah, I would say that Ondo, LDO, and MOG are kind of the strongest ETH betas right now. Me, I look good today. I'm losing some. That's good. INJ and TIA? Nah, I don't believe in those coins ever. I haven't been for the past 3-4 months, and I've been really happy not believing in those. Their strength is just like it would be strong for a few hours, and then they just die back down. Wow, Mog. Unfi no good. I'll wait a little. Even though the structure looks really good. Wow, it's going. Hmm. Even though the structure looks really good, but on the other side, I don't have any flow triggers. Doesn't it look very similar to this ENS structure? Like this sideways consolidation. Sorry, upwards consolidation. But it looks good. Another thing this coin price action right now reminds me of is this. If you people remember when we were trying to long bake in this for this breakout, then we closed around entry, then this gave the sell off and eventually ran much higher. This looks very similar. If you are in Ondo, this is a good place to be taking some partial profits. Yeah. Major trend resistance. Uh, Big major level on 4 hour as well. Take some partial profits at least if you are into Ondo here. Big tired, huh? Khan, if you are ever playing coins like Unify, Unfi, Bake, Well, Lit, uh, and I could keep on naming them like BLZ, TRB, all these typical Binance shit coins. Always know that these runs are short lived, right? For example, if TRB goes up 20-30% a day, pretty certain that in coming few days it would be back down to zero, right? And same goes for Bake, Unify, all these like coins. These are just shit coins that run good for a time, for good time. Like for example, last week, if I'm not wrong, or like 2 weeks ago, it ran like 70%, then died back down. Probably even if it runs from here, it would be like a short-lived run. 20-30% up, then dies back down. Similar case for Bake, Bell, BLZ, TRB. You can keep on naming these shitcoins. Their runs are good to be playing on intraday, but also know that these are not the coins that you would swing out for bigger moves, really big moves. Is it a good time to get new futures position who missed PTC bottom and didn't get filled on LDO? Let's see. If I see anything, I will call out. You do need to find a good setup to be entering anything, right? I'm trying to find anything, but wow. Mog is going, isn't it? Mog is up 46% from its lows. Insane. Makes me want to long Popcat because usually Popcat is like something that catches up with Mog. You are making the stream now super boring. Let's make it exciting. Like, it's something coming from, should be coming from you people's end, right? What else could I do? Should I like turn on camera and start dancing in front of 50 people? Is it safe to sleep now? Yeah, as long as your doors are locked and, you know, everything is safe so you can go sleep. Good night. Uh, your question was kind of too vague or general, like safe in what context? Dancing would be a nice touch. I just closed 50% on both of my positions, BTC and LDO, posted in my corner too. Man, I ask why so early on taking profits? Because I think I have explained multiple times on the stream. I don't think we shape back up. Your entries are good as long as you are booking profits. I think you get something like this. So 50% out here. 50% if we are really lucky, we get the perfect range lows retest. If not, we just create a lower high and like begin to range for Tuesday and maybe even Wednesday. Why isn't a good time to fill our bags, for example, until the end of the year? Almost all alts are down a lot. What is the best time? Um why is it okay? There were multiple questions that distracted me. What is the best time then to fill our bags then? Uh, who's saying that it's not a good time to be buying alts? First of all, like in the start of the stream, we discussed that even if we get like a further move down, like 56, 50, like a sweep of lows or even lower, like 54 even, the downside on alts would be very minimum, right? And we have been talking about ever since like BTC was at around like mid range, right? That people typically believe that if BTC breaks down, considering how weak alts are, alts will go to zero or something. It's usually that if alts have sold down enough already, even if we get the final move down on BTC, alts hold pretty well, like they have been this entire day. Even though BTC is like $6,000 down from what it was like like 24 hours ago, right? So obviously, if you are buying for long term and mid term, whatever, this is definitely be the time to accumulating and stuff like that. uh, don't we get V shape to get people FOMOing rather than let all people? We get back on the train. We are at train slows. No, we don't usually. Uh, it's n- it's actually the opposite, right? Like the more we consolidate, like we have already lost range lows. 59k is no range lows, right? The weekly and the high time frame range lows was around 60.5, 61k. So usually, like if you even if you look at the 56, sorry, this bottom, right? We didn't V-shape right after tapping 56k, right? This wasn't something like this. We spent like 3 days, if I'm not wrong, 3 to 4 days ranging around, and that's where we bottomed, right? So it takes time, and a lot of time it's just trapping people short because we broke down range and people are expecting further range breakdown. So most of the time it isn't a V shape after range breakdowns. You told the things you will buy probably tomorrow won't be long term. Yes, because I most of the time don't buy for long term. And I also think we are up for a few weeks of range and chop. So just being aggressive with profits. How do you choose your entries? I've seen other traders talking about testing 250, the limit was weak. So I'm wondering what are you looking at? Um, I did talk about why I bet this. This was the demand cluster from the last bottom we had. So there are two forms of demand to bid, right? One is that you get on the move up, right? Consolidation up. This is now a demand to bid for a retest, right? The other one is that you get on bottoms, right? That if this is a move down, the final consolidation you get at the bottom is like the bottom demands, right? So usually, if after a long time we get back for a retest, uh, these bottom demands do hold for like a higher low or something, right? Also, another trigger I had was the way ETH and alts were showing strengths. That kinds, like for example, if ETH was bleeding and alts and everything was dying, along with BTC doing this since evening, since morning, I wouldn't have been this aggressive bidding BTC. I would have probably gone with like BTC breaking down below 56 and maybe even much lower, to be honest. But when alts are now showing a lot of strength against BTC, that kinds of give you bottom closer vibes. So that was like my two conferences I had. 4 hours. Most of the time 4 hours until unless you are like lower time frame scalping, then yeah, probably you can look for 30 minute 1 hour. But most high probable plays are looking for 4 hours in daily clusters and demand areas. Even 12 hours. So 4 hour, 12 hour daily, three time frames. Unfi looks so good, but I also don't want to overtrade today. Like we took three trades, all three paid us well so far. I don't want to be overtrading in these conditions. Wow. Why is FET and Ocean and Ajax okay? This could be interesting. And yeah, I might be right about Popcat catching up with Mog too. Okay. It already pushed up 4%. There are so many things looking good where I don't want to overtrade, but also they keep on going up. Let's look at FET. That could be interesting. Yeah. Why didn't you people mention me FET in the stream? I was waiting for this flip like since evening. Missed it. Yeah, I think ASI coins look good too. FET, Ocean, Ajax, these three. What levels you waiting to buy back spot? Pretty much the same levels we have right now, just waiting till Tuesday end. So ETH deviating back below like 3200 by Tuesday end, hopefully. I don't think so. It's still below the price I sold this morning. So this is where I sold like around 34.20. And after I let go, it was still like down like 6%. And I still think we could get lower. We would be very happy if you can do two daily trades. Yeah, that's what I'm focusing on more. This is why, I kind of have not been focusing a lot on spot and stuff. I think we got good three intraday trades, and that would still remain my focus on coming days as well. Uh, because I really need to get back to my intraday trading, polish back those skills. Can someone tell me that why on earth didn't I long Popcat when it was giving the exact similar setup on Mog? Like it's catching up with Mog as we discussed. Because you don't want to overtrade today, yeah, true. But at the same time, I have like, even though I've taken good three plays today, good profits, but I've at the same time missed like 10 others as well. Like for example, FAT, I was waiting on this flip since evening, and now it's running from the break. You don't see that on. I do. What? First of all, what don't I see? Popcat in these coins, I do. The only issue is I just don't want to overtrade. Like I think three trades are more than enough. Now we just wait for tomorrow. But at the same time, I do want to get in because like one side is your discipline and the opposite side of your trading is your greed and your FOMO. Usually a good battle between the two. Wow, FAT 5% break. Fuck. Nah, I'm not doing it. Especially after a relief is already here. This is what was kind of expected on the market since morning. We already got that. We got some bottom longs. Now it literally doesn't make any sense to be entering late in such price actions because things look good until they don't. Now I think it's late to be entering on anything, to be honest, even on fees going up. Yeah, I think I'll just stop looking at charts now. 33.52, not bad. What's there at 33.52? I agree. I think this supply gets tapped. Maybe even sweep the supply. So something like this. Like this is where you could get some intraday reversal back down, range into Tuesday. Luckily, we get this something like this, and then we'll see. For real? FET and INJ collab? Like, what is INJ team? Sorry, FET team planning on doing? Like, do they want to merge and collab with every single thing that exists in crypto? Like, first they merged with Ajax and Ocean. Now they have something coming up with INJ. So, like, can't they just stick to what they initially planned on doing with FET? Because these mergers and collabs aren't doing that well for FET, at least based on the price. Also, I think this news is old, right? 8 hours ago. Yeah, technically INJ collab with ASI. Yeah. Damn, HBJ, thanks for making my loss con. You're welcome. What do you think of Sol shot around 133, 134? Good area. Good weekly level. Probably I'd wake up to Unfi being like 15-20% up. Very similar to what Pake did. And now Popcat up 8%. Okay, I think I need to shut down now. Good playing today. Uh, Now that's that would be probably it from my side. If you people have anything to ask about, uh, gonna need to cancel my PR attempt today. What's a PR attempt? Okay. So yeah, had a good time. As I said, don't feel FOMO on leverage right here unless you find like a really good looking alt setup and you don't want to play as safe as I am. Like, yeah, we kind of already missed 8% on Popcart and some good moves on Unfi probably. But yeah, never mind. Had a good day. We get back to it tomorrow and let's see how tomorrow plays out. Tuesday is a good day when you like need to be a little patient, at least till US Open. So we'll see. That's it. Have a good time. Take care. Allah Hafiz.